so cute.
He looks so cute because he's like laid out like Denny.
Oh.
He's ready. You
He's
know?
ready. Denny, you look cute too.
Yeah.
You're a
Well,
She's awesome as my all the time.
That's a new shirt. That's my jam. My jam.
Well, that's good. Sorry, I'm trying to stop this music. I just, you ever look at your phone sometimes and you're just like, what do I need to do here? There's so much to it.
That's when I turn it off.
I'm just dragging my feet. I just don't want to do it.
I don't even want to deal with emails anymore. I don't want to deal with phone anymore.
My
Like,
screen
I'm
is
not wanting to deal with
cracked.
the 3D world.
I know.
anymore.
I don't, and I need to upgrade mine, and I'm just keep putting it off.
I had an appointment yesterday and they kept trying to like send me the text on confirm yes or no. And I was always busy.
Right.
So, it's like, yeah, later. And then they started calling me and my voicemail's full. And then I get another text. They're like, we're just trying to verify. And I'm like, I made the appointment. I'm going to be there. So when I got there yesterday, I felt like I had to apologize. And I'm like, look, I own a business and I have this thing in my hand 24/7. I don't look at my phone as much anymore. If I make an appointment, I'll be here. Don't bother me.
Unless I call you. I'm not gonna be there, I'll call.
I know. Okay.
Yeah.
Let that go. All right, so Heather is staying for her second class, and it's gonna be a different class than what we did, although it's the same theme. So you get to hear the Dharma talk all over again. And I don't have a huge Dharma talk other than to say I had a reoccurring theme over the weekend through our children. And we have a boy and a girl, both 15. One's a freshman, one's a sophomore. And they're both at that stage where they really want a boyfriend and girlfriend, right? And they've had their, crushes and, nothing happened. Anyway, going into this school year, we knew they're gonna end up with a boyfriend or girlfriend this year, right? They just wanted so bad. To make a long story short, basically one of them have developed this bestie at school. And they come home talking about this other person who is the opposite sex. And, we were thinking, I think there's a crushing thing going on. We want to meet this other person. We've got an extra ticket to this concert. Call your friend. We'll go pick them up. This way we're going to meet them. You guys, it was not good.
Oh,
It wasn't good. At all. Like, this person was saying things that were completely inappropriate, something you would not be trying to impress the parents with. I mean, yeah, it was bad. So bad, we were like, where is your judgment? Where is your, what? But it was actually so bad that we thought that person was trying to push our buttons and to see how much of a boundary they could cross with us. And I kind of let Rob take the lead in all this. And I was like, okay, we're going to play poker face. And it was interesting because the more we played poker face, the more this person would confess, right? If you just get quiet, they just kept talking. And it's like, So the next day, we had to process it all and sit one of them down and say, no, this friendship's done. You're cutting yourself off from this person. They are not a good influence. Do you not realize the things that were coming out of their mouth? And there was a lot of dishonesty about the whole thing, a whole lot of dishonesty. Like they weren't together, but yet somehow they were holding hands. When we took them out, we were like, no, we didn't set this up for a date, you guys, Anyway, it's a little disturbing. Then the other one comes around and starts to share and open up about this other person that has developed. And it's like, okay, they're being very open and honest. They're the exact opposite of the spectrum and are being so honest that we're like, okay, this is great. And we do like this other person, but whoa, you're telling us a lot. Parents should actually know this part, So it was like, oh my goodness. So it was all about Satya, How much of being honest is too much, and how much of lying and dishonesty is overboard, right? So we were like on the spectrum. So Satya is our theme for today. Satya means honesty, integrity, and truthfulness. And Satya is the second principle of yoga. So I already know those sheets that I made for you guys a year ago, and we went through each and every one. That's now going to be the family project. The next time we're all together, we're going to be going over yogic philosophy and talking about it in detail. What does honesty mean? What does integrity mean? And how are we exemplifying that in our thoughts that no one can hear, in our words that certain people can hear, but in our actions that are already out there? So it's a big thing. So when you're coming to the mat, every day is going to be different. Your body literally is changing day to day because life is changing day to day. Energy is flowing differently day to day. So every time we come to the mat, don't expect your body to do the same pose the exact same way every time, because you may need to pull back or you may feel inspired to do more. You know, it could go either way. So honor Satya as we go through the physical practice. And then when we're restoring today, we'll be ending with the magic 4. It'll give you some time to, relax and go within. Then you can be contemplative about maybe where honesty is not showing up in your life or with your people somehow. Or maybe thinking about how are you lining up your thoughts, words, and actions with integrity, with your belief system, with your value system. And hopefully you are, and hopefully the people around you are as well. So let's start sitting up and taking some deep breaths. When you're sitting up, at first, just focus on the crown of your head and allow it to lift up towards the sky. When you're lifting through the top of the head, you may find that your neck comes into alignment with the rest of the vertebrae. And then focus at the center of your chest. And give it a little pick-me-up. So that as you're lifting through the breastbone, you'll feel the natural descension of your shoulders. You may feel an additional lift in the floating ribs. Keeping that same alignment, drop your awareness down into your seat. And let your sits bones root down. Feeling the surface that you're sitting on. Now bring your attention and awareness to almost the halfway point between your sits bones and your crown. Allow it to land in your heart. And bring your hands to prayer position at your heart. And let your thumbs touch the top of the sternum, where there's an acupressure point for the heart center. Take 3 more deep breaths and feel the chest rising up towards your thumbs. Keep the connection even as the chest deflates. We're going to be using a mantra today. Sat Nam. Which means I am truth. And sometimes it translates to truth is my identity. Truth is my essence. Truth is my name. Now open the eyes. And as you inhale, separate your arms wide. Good. Your fingertips are lifted up towards the sky. This is going to be our sat. And on the exhale, nam. Sat. Nam. Sat. Nam. You can say it with me. Sat. Nam. Sat. Nam. Sat. Nam. With these certain mantras, notice where the tongue moves in the mouth. Sat. Nam. There's an acupressure point at the roof of the mouth. Sat. Nam. Sat. Nam. Sat. Nam. 3 more. Sat. Nam. Sat. Nam. Sat. Nam. Good. Relax your fingertips down to the floor. With the fingertips landing to the floor, again, stay long through the vertebrae. And the in breath, it's going to be sat, and your hands may not want to meet, dependent on your shoulders. Okay, so don't force the hands to meet, even though I'm going to bring my hands to meet. Just do your best. And then exhale, nam. Okay? Sat, nam. Sat, nam. Continue. And as you're doing this, I want you to think about the aura, the energy that is surrounding our body. You know, years ago, they thought this was just kind of new age thinking, but science can actually measure it. Science can measure it, and when we're saying or thinking something negative, the force field gets smaller. If we're saying or thinking something positive, the force field gets stronger. Good. 3 more. Sat, nam. Sat, nam. Sat, nam. Sat, nam. Now let your palms rest open. Close the eyes. And you may feel some tingly sensation running across your chest or trickling down through your arms and hands. That's the energy, the circulation we've opened. Open the eyes. We've been sitting this way for a bit, so crisscross the other way. I'm going to come away from the bolster and sit on the floor for this one. And you can determine once we get going if you need that platform or not. We're going to hold the knees. And it's a seated cat-cow version, except it's not as slow and smooth. Okay, it's a little bit quicker. So it looks like this. Sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam. So to go ahead and join me when you're ready. Sat, nam, sat, nam. You're allowing your heart to blossom open and your gaze to lift on the sat, and the belly to pull in, the spine to round on nam. Sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam. Last one. Sat, nam. Now sit up tall. Let your hands ground down this time. Close the eyes. Center yourself. Breathe. Sat, nam. Truth is my identity. Truth is my essence. Truth is my name. I am honest. I am aligned to the highest integrity. Hands to prayer position. Inhale, open the arms to the winged position. All right, this is gonna be a twist. So I am gonna mirror you, okay? Sat to the left. Nam to the right. Sat, nam, sat, nam. Close your eyes. Sat, nam, 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 sat, nam. Three more. Nam, sat. Last one. Sat, nam. Rest your hands open on your back. Bring your index and thumb to meet for the Jnana hand mudra for wisdom. Satnam is used a lot in the Kundalini yoga lineage. And sometimes they even open or end conversations or classes or meetups with Satnam. When it's said that way, it's very similar to Namaste, meaning I see the divine essence or spark within you. Open up your eyes. All right. Now, you may want blocks for this. We're going to come to stand. And the feet are going to be as wide as your sticky mat. And this is what I mean by you may want blocks if your hands don't cover the floor. Because it's going to look like this. Sat, nam. Sat, nam. Right. And it may be the floor may be low. Okay. Let's begin here. Fold over in a wide stance Uttanasana. Let's just warm up here. Since we haven't opened up the back of the body yet. So you can nod your head one way or the other. You can let your arms hang free. But try to keep your legs fairly straight as you bend down. Now let's take the squat. Toes out, knees bent. All right, we're ready to flow. Sat, nam. Sat, nam. Sat, nam. And go at your own pace. So if you need to go slower, that's okay. So these mantras, the singing, the chanting, the sound meditations are all good for the fifth chakra, which is the Vishuddha center or area of purification. Now hold the squats, even if you need to sit on a block. And then bring Dhyana Mudra back in. The Vishuddha center, the throat center, is the place where we express and speak our truth. So, no. Hold for 3 more breaths. Inhale, we'll come back up to sit. We're going to walk the feet closer together. We're going to bend the knees. We've done this exercise in here before, but I don't think we've done it with the mantra before. So we're just going to add in the mantra with it. So the knees are bent, the right wrist is flexed. The inhale is sat, exhale nam. Sat, 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 Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, left. Sat, Nam, 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 Sat, Nam. Last one, Sat, Nam. Coming into chair, look at Satya. Backing up your thighs and hips, so you can see your toes. Drawing up through the navel, up through your side waist, as well as the outer arms and fingertips. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, Nam. Inhale, Sat to the top. Exhale, Nam. Sat. Nam. Sat. Nam. Sat. Nam. Sat. Nam. Last one. Sat. Nam. Fold and inhale, step back, downward facing dog. So as you're holding downward facing dog, you're gonna quietly and silently repeat. Sat on your inhale and Nam on the exhale. We're gonna hold it for 10 breaths. You've held down dog for 10 breaths with Sat Nam, then silently repeated. You can lower the knees. We're gonna set up. So we got some movement and mantra in. Now we're gonna switch gears and take it more towards a mantra restorative meditation. So let's go ahead and create Stonehenge. So if you have thin blocks, you are gonna wanna switch them out for thick. Now, Susan,
I think I'm gonna do that.
yeah, Susan grabbed 2 other bolsters the other day and stacked 3 bolsters up. And that's what they do in Restorative yoga. They also have really thick blankets, different than the blankets we have. But this also works. If you're at home, I would advise just grabbing a chair, because the chair is going to be super sturdy. And you can do this sequence on the seat. I do have one chair, by the way, because I thought Beth might be coming and she just had knee surgery. So if anyone would prefer a chair, there is one. Does anybody get annoyed with Stonehenge? You want the chair? Okay. This is our chair.
We've done squats.
Oh,
Judy Glasser played that Instant Maui. Yeah, remember that?
Instant Valley.
it is instant Maui.
Yeah, Judy Glasser,
Yeah.
Instant Maui.
Instant Maui is with the chair. It's what I usually call instant Maui with the chair. It's the same thing as Stonehenge, really. It's a different height. Rocks.
Different place.
So when you come down to your back, your legs are elevated. Your arms can be in an A-frame style with the palms spun open. You can also have the hands resting on the belly. Close your eyes. Feel and acknowledge how this pose is catering to your low back and hips. Maybe during this time, you're just witnessing the breath come and go. Breathing in, centering within myself. Breathing out, feel connected to myself. Breathing in, I tap into my own inner truth. Breathing out, I steep in my inner truth. Breathing in, I align integrity. So my actions match up with my words and actions. As I exhale, I stay aligned. Thoughts, words, and actions. Breathing in Satya. Breathing out Satya. Breathing in truth. Breathing out truth. Let's pick up the left leg and cross the left ankle over the right knee. It's okay if you have to shift your right calf a little bit to stabilize the props. As long as you go right back into a relaxed state physically in your body, that you're not holding or gripping any of the muscles. So this sequence called the Magic Four takes us into 4 different poses. 3 of those are two-sided. The intention of the sequence is to dissolve and to unravel tension that's being held in the body. The first position was about releasing tension from the tailbone region. In this position, starts to move and shift down to the hips. Eventually, it will roll up and down. Carrying these benefits elsewhere. Through the rest of the spine, up into the neck, even to the legs and into the feet. So stay quietly composed, breathing quietly, quietly breathing. Let's reset the left calf. Pause for a moment and notice the subtle sensation that's different around the left hip and the left lower back. And then cross your right ankle over your left knee. Give yourself permission to let go. Allowing your body to relax. If you need something to focus on, use that mantra or your breath to stay present. Silence. No. You can repeat that as a technique for your meditation.
Remember, as we externally rotate the head, we'll activate 3 meridians. The insole of the leg, possible, you might feel some energy percolating in your feet. Your next in breath, go ahead and release the right calf. Back to the prop. Reset here a moment. Notice whether or not the weight is evenly distributed between the left and the right side of your sacrum. Typically, the floor doesn't lie. So even lying on your back on the ground, notice where you may have some misalignment. Let's slide the left foot towards us. It can stop anywhere on the seat of the chair or top of the bolster, or you can put the arch of the foot right at the edge. The arms are still loose, free. Keeping the eyes closed, notice the difference between your left and right mid-back. Most likely a little heavier or feeling a little bit more pressure on the left side with that knee coming in towards the chest. If you want a meditation technique, feel free to use that mantra today. Suck on the inhale, nam on the exhale. Inhale, the left leg resets. Pause for a moment. Notice. Slide your right foot back towards you. Stop anywhere along the way, or it can come right to the edge. These type of positions can be surprising the longer you hold them. You may feel a piece or a muscle within that you haven't felt in a while. Sensation may crop up a little later. You may need to adjust. And that's practicing Satya. Being honest with what you need now. Please know that you can hold these positions anywhere from 5 to 15 or 20 minutes apiece. But to stay congruent with our time allotted here, let's go ahead and replace that right calf on the prop. Set a moment. If your hands by chance are on the belly, you're going to want them in the A-frame style now. Because we're going to take the twist where we lift the calves and we slowly roll the knees off to the left side. Once the feet and knees land to the ground, you're gonna slowly turn your head towards your left shoulder. For whatever reason, the right shoulder doesn't touch the floor, you can place a blanket below. If it strains the neck to turn the head, you can leave that out. The only thing I want you to do if your head is turned is bring it back to where it originally was. Now put a little grip in your belly and lift the legs. Slowly swing them over the prop and off to the right side. And then ever so slowly turn your head to the right. Slowly roll the head back. Here. And then grip in the belly. Take the legs back up and over the prop. Now you get to remain. So we're going to change the song. And so as you're here in this final position, I want you to listen to the mantra being sung in the background. As you inhale, stretch your arms overhead. And as you exhale, hug the knees into your belly and chest. Just have a light hold. Roll to one side of your body. Move your way up to a seat. Joining your palms together to pray. May we all be reminded of Satya, the importance of this yogic principle, both on and off the mat. The light and me honors and bows to the same within each of you. Satnam. Namaste. Thanks you guys for doing this.